Royal Flying Doctors in Queensland section predominantly is an aeromedical retrieval service, but we do provide health services, which includes primary health care for clinics around the Cape and all of Queensland, and other allied health services such as mental health and drought and wellbeing services. We have 19 aircraft over 9 bases, and between our pilots, medical and clinicians, we have about 400 employees that we need to roster, etc., and ensure that we provide services to all the areas and clinics around the state. We transport more than 12,000 patients a year across the state. About 10% of those are critical patients where we have to fly in and fly out and retrieve the patient from possible car accidents, farm accidents and so forth, and transport them into tertiary hospitals, whether it's in Cairns, Townsville or back to Brisbane.
All our bases were using paper forms and Excel spreadsheets, and it was very difficult to collate information and to see who was where and when.
From a statewide point of view, we couldn't have a view of where our resources were being allocated and whether we were allocating the right amount of resources. And for me to have a look at an overall view, then I had to consolidate the actual manual and Excel spreadsheets, and it probably took up about 4 to 5 days each month per person on each base. So that would equate to about 20 days rolling across the state. One of the things that we looked at is the ease of use, the reputation, and also we did a benchmarking across to see what kind of other organizations such as close to the Royal Flying Doctors used rostering. And the other thing is also integration with our other systems. So that was the main thing that we looked at. And Quintiq seemed to fit all the little ticks that we required in terms of integration, rostering, workforce planning, and resourcing tools. We started using Quintiq in 2010 with the premise of actually scaling it up towards as the organization grew. Since 2010, we've probably increased our resources and services by about 20 to 25%, and that allowed us to scale up. The multi-resource planning tool allowed us to integrate rostering across the state. It made it easier to move resources, especially staff around, where when they move from one base to another, it provided a standard way of rostering and for them to understand what the requirements were in terms of resources. We started using Quintiq in Cairns, which is one of our larger bases, and we've since rolled it out to all the bases in Queensland.
It is one standardised system that we use across the state. It's very user-friendly. It enables us to just drag and drop with ease, and it's a very, very logical system for our business.
The other main thing is it provided visibility across the state. It provided a one standard view. It also provided adequate reporting to our funders to ensure that we had proper FTE, proper resources, proper aircraft to make sure that we're moving patients correctly.
So this platform, the Quintiq platform, is, you can go through various screens at a click of a button and be able to see people, assets, manifests, crew. All the information is at the fingertips. The roster cycle with RFDS Queensland section starts with the demand. We say, right, what are we contractually obligated to deliver? We assign that to the various roster groups, whether it be clinics, whether it be retrieval, day and night shifts. We would then come into the planning template, and this is where we would start to plan, assign the resources to either the clinics or the day and night shifts. This is critical to the business because this is where it flags any enterprise bargaining agreement breaches. It also flags whether a pilot has done too many flight hours, or a medical officer, also any of their terms and conditions if there's any breaches with that.
In terms of disruption management, Quintiq helps us because we have immediate aeromedical retrieval requirements, so we need to know where our assets are, which aircraft we can use, which resources, etc., to move around to pick up a critical patient.
What Quintiq's allowed us to do is to see every single employee in the organisation and where they are at any given time, whether they're in rural, remote communities, whether they're actually flying on the aircraft, and that's really important to us because our people are the most important assets and resource of our business. The next phase for the RFDS we would be looking at mobility, and that allows the employees to access their rosters at any given time, no matter where they are. It allows them to also request shift swaps with ease and also to be on waiting lists. In terms of the skill matrix and logistics optimization, we would look at enhancing Quintiq further in the next 3 to 5 years to allow us to match skill sets, with the different aircraft in our fleet, to ensure that the skill sets in terms of aircraft and patient safety is met.
We're very happy with the Quintiq software at the moment. We're looking at workforce planning and future decision matrix and also logistics. So we're looking at over the next 3 to 5 years to keep enhancing the Quintiq module to be able to assist us in terms of disruption management and also managing our resources statewide.